Hello, good morning, everybody. I thought we would start the stream with a little bit of sweetness, since it's not very sweet what we have to talk about. We got Bandit and his little brother, Beans. They're very sleepy. They wanted to assist me, but they fell asleep. But you can see Bandit is quite a bit bigger than his brother Beans. So we got puppy time out of the way. Now I will give you a little bit of an update. You may have seen on my community post I was asking for prayers for my father-in-law, and my mother-in-law just said that he has gotten 2 units of blood and he slept better, and they're hoping to run some tests today. So maybe later we'll find out more, but at least he got some rest. So that is some good news and I will take it. Okay, so the reason we are here today is poor little Athena has still not been found, unfortunately. This is a new poster that somebody made for her, and it's got all of the relevant information. She's 4 years old, female, white, light brown, blonde hair, blue eyes, 3 feet tall, 45 pounds. She was last seen wearing a pink butterfly sweater and pink pants. But it says Athena is autistic and has limited vocabulary. Now, the family has come out and said that she is not on the spectrum. She's just very quiet and shy. So I'm not sure on that one. Athena Brownfield was reported missing around 2 p.m. on Tuesday from her home on 225 West Nebraska in Cyril. It's now reported she has been missing since at least Friday, January 6th. A mail carrier called police to report an unattended child. Contact OSBI tip line at 1-800-522-8017 or email tips@osbi.ok.gov, or you can call the Cyril Police Department at 580-464-2216, and they have a command center set up at a church in Cyril. So all of that will be linked in the description box below. And I'm going to do like I did yesterday and ask you to go ahead and give this a thumbs up now and share it out if you can with the hashtag Athena Brownfield, so we can get it out there to as many people as possible. It's being covered, but not as much as I'd like to see. That's kind of typical here in Oklahoma. I know it's being covered here, and it's being covered in Phoenix, where Ivan was arrested. And I've seen a few of the major news agencies have posted articles, but I'm not sure if they're broadcasting it on their actual TV channels. But if we could get the word out there, I would really appreciate it. And I put in the chat butterflies for Athena because she was wearing her pink butterfly sweater, and pink hearts because she was wearing pink. And she is just this precious little baby girl. I mean, she's only 4. To me, that's still a baby. Like I said, there were arrests. This is the caretaker. Her name is Alicia Adams. She is the bio mom's cousin, from what I understand. I'm not 100%, so don't quote me on that, but most places are reporting that she is the cousin of the bio mom. She was arrested here in Oklahoma and charged with 2 counts of child neglect. And her husband, Ivan, this is Ivan Adams, was arrested in Phoenix, Arizona, on charges of being a fugitive from justice and a warrant out of Oklahoma for first-degree murder. So that's upsetting. And we're going to look at the documents and I'll explain why they've come to that conclusion. I don't know all the details, but I'll tell you what we do know. Apparently he was a former Marine, and I'm not really sure why that matters in the grand scheme of things. I come from a military family, and I know a lot of you do too, and people are like, oh, he was a Marine, he's trained to kill. Okay, military people are trained to kill, but you need to put a qualifier on that. They're trained to kill enemies in combat. They're not trained to kill 4-year-old little girls that don't present a threat. So it kind of upsets me to hear people talking like that. I mean, could he have PTSD or something like that? Sure, maybe, but we don't know. So don't be like, oh, yeah, he did it because he was in the military. No. No. But this guy took his 4 biological children to Arizona to visit his wife's father. And apparently this was a planned trip to Phoenix. But it's unclear why he left the other 2 behind. Now, one story was that he had left them with a grandparent. Well, no, he didn't. And another story was that he left them there thinking that Alicia was coming back to the house. Okay, I still don't care. You don't leave the house until there's another adult there to supervise the 4 and the 5-year-old. So, however it came to be that these 2 were left alone, it's still very, very wrong. But let's go over the slides that I showed yesterday, just for anybody that might be new, to kind of introduce you to the key players in the scenario and what is going on. So the bio mom and the bio dad left Athena and her sister Atena in the care of a family member, Alicia. Now, Alicia and her husband, Ivan, have 4 children together, and they were living in Cyril, Oklahoma. There wasn't any, hi Shiloh, there wasn't any formal custody arrangement in place. This was just kind of, from what I've gathered, I can't handle the kids, can you take care of them for me? Now, take this with a grain of salt. It's all hearsay at this point, but let's put our salt shaker up here. Apparently, bio mom may have had some sort of substance abuse problems off and on. And it appears that bio dad was also a Marine. And from what I've gathered, he gave up his parental rights to the girls. I'm not sure why, what happened with all of that. I do know that if he wanted to give up his rights and he wasn't comfortable with the mom having them, or wasn't comfortable with the caregiver arrangement, being in the military, he had access to legal through JAG, military one source. He had resources he could have used to make other arrangements, or, arrange for them to stay with a different family member. So I'm not 100% on how this custody situation all came about, but all we do know is that these 2 girls were left with Alicia and Ivan to be cared for. Okay. Get rid of the salt. So the caregiver, Alicia Adams, left her husband and the kids to go stay with her boyfriend in Oklahoma City for the weekend. And she tagged herself all over Oklahoma City, as did the boyfriend, and they were just having a good old time at the hotel and going to see movies and, you know, doing other things, I'm sure. And allegedly, she said she wanted to divorce Ivan. The caregiver's husband, Ivan, he took his 4 biological children and went to Arizona. And like I said, apparently this was some pre-planned trip, and it was to, allegedly, Alicia's dad's house. He says that he left Athena and her sister with a grandparent, which we know is not true. And now there's the rumor out there that he thought Alicia was on her way back to the house, I guess, after her fun fling of a weekend with her boyfriend, and that he just left him at the house. Like I said before, either way, it doesn't add up. It doesn't make sense. On Tuesday, January 10th, at 2 p.m., the mail carrier finds Athena, age 5, wandering near their home in Cyril. And she says she can't find her sister. The mail carrier stepped inside the house. She couldn't find any adults around. No one's there, so she calls 911. And that's when the search really kicks off. Apparently, Athena was saying she was hungry and just kept saying, they left us, they left us, they left us. And this poor girl had been living on pancake syrup. I'm not sure if when Ivan left, if he told them don't leave the house or what, because no neighbors have reported seeing them. No one saw Athena in the neighborhood until, hang on a second, babe, your mom's calling. Until the mail carrier comes along and finds her wandering around. So he left allegedly around the 6th of January. So if you can imagine, these girls are left alone in that house, and after 4 days, Athena finally goes out and, you know, gets the attention of the mail lady and is like, I'm hungry, they left us, and I can't find my sister. And she's been living on pancake syrup. I can't. I absolutely can't. It's awful. So, like I said, the search really kicks in at this point, because up until now, nobody knows anything is wrong. So Athena was frightened and hungry, but she didn't need any medical treatment. On January 12th, Alicia Adams was arrested on 2 counts of child neglect here in Oklahoma, and she's being held in Anadarko in the Caddo County Jail. The same day in Phoenix, Ivan Adams was arrested as a fugitive from justice and was awaiting his first court appearance. Now, he has had that court appearance, and the charges are different now. He is in the custody of the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office. So let's get into what happened yesterday. So he went to court. He waived his right to extradition, so he's wanting to come back to Oklahoma. We have 30 days to pick him up, I believe. I don't think it'll take that long. And they added the charge of first-degree murder. So let's take a look at, well, actually, babe, you still got my phone? No. We'll wait till I get my phone back, because it's kind of hard. I can try to read it on here, but let's see. Well, I'll play this news video for you. This is out of Phoenix, and this was actually a really good report. So let's take a listen to that real quick.
Charges out of Oklahoma.
This is connected to a case of a missing girl after her big sister was found wandering the streets alone. Fox 10's Brian Webb live outside Phoenix Police tonight with more on this developing story. Brian?
Well, the girl still hasn't been found, and there's no word why the sisters weren't living with their biological parents. But what started out as a missing persons case now looks like the possible murder of a pretty young girl. People from far and wide are flocking to this small church in the just as small town of Cyril, Oklahoma. But praying isn't their top priority. It's finding a little girl.
Hundreds of people were out with flashlights in this small town looking for this child, hollering out her name, getting on their knees in the dirt, looking into culverts, looking under abandoned homes.
The trouble started Tuesday when a postal worker found a 5-year-old girl wandering the streets and begging for food with no adult in sight.
She was very scared and terrified. She was saying to the mail lady that she's been left. They've left me. They've left me. They've left me.
Big sister is now in protective custody, but where is 4-year-old Athena? Investigators and volunteers are using every trick and tool they can find, from search dogs and drones to horses and helicopters, with the town's trash collection put on hold.
If you have any sort of video cameras or Ring doorbell systems, if you can come down to the church and provide that to law enforcement, it would be very beneficial.
Then more troubling news on Friday. The girl's caregivers, a husband and wife, both arrested. 31-year-old Alicia Adams, behind bars in Oklahoma, facing 2 counts of child neglect. And 36-year-old Ivan Adams, behind bars in Arizona, facing murder charges back home.
This is an ugly thing, she said, but let's continue to hope and pray that we find Athena.
Court documents show there is evidence on Ivan Adams' phone that leads to his pending murder charges in Oklahoma. We don't know what that is or why or how he was eventually captured in Phoenix. We do know he is awaiting extradition back to Oklahoma. Live in Phoenix.
Okay, so it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking all around. So let's take a look at his arrest documents now. I got my phone back. Okay, so this is from state of Arizona County of Maricopa. Defendant's name, Ivan Neal Adams III. Date of birth, 3/12/1986. His booking number and his case number. Charges, 1 count, fugitive of justice. Pursuant to ARS, 10 fingerprints were taken of the arrested person. Yes. Pursuant to ARS 13-610, 1 or more of the above charges requires the arresting agency to secure a DNA sample from the arrested person. No. If yes, does the defendant have a valid DNA sample on file with AZDPS? No. If no, arresting agency has taken required sample. No. Offense location is left blank. Offense date is 2023, January 12th. Arrest location, 6724 West Oregon Avenue, Glendale, Arizona, 85303, on the 12th at 1713. Probable cause statement. Please summarize and include the facts which establish probable cause for the arrest. The subject was arrested due to an outstanding felony warrant issued out of Oklahoma for murder in the first degree and child neglect. Other information. Defendant is presently on probation, parole, or any other form of release involving other charges or convictions. Explain. And I'm guessing it says no, but it's blacked out. Is there any indication the defendant is an alcoholic, mentally disturbed, an addict, physically ill? None of that's checked. Defendant is currently employed with whom? That's not checked. Where does the defendant currently reside? 812 North Nebraska Street, Cyril, Oklahoma, 73029. With whom, how long, it doesn't say. What facts indicate the defendant will flee if released? Explain. Yes, child homicide charges from Oklahoma. What facts does the state have to oppose an unsecured release? Explain. Pending homicide charges. Circumstances of the offense, check if applicable. Firearm or other weapon was used, type, not checked. What is checked is someone was injured by the defendant. And then it says medical attention was necessary, nature of injuries. It's not checked, but next to it, it says child homicide. It says someone was threatened by the defendant, nature of and extent of threats, not checked. Did the offense involve a child victim? It's marked no, and that confuses the hell out of me. I don't know if that's a clerical error, but they repeatedly say child homicide. But then they say, did the offense involve a child victim? And they mark no. So that makes no sense. I'm going to guess it was a clerical error because we know all too well that those do happen. It says, if yes, was DCS notified? That's also checked no. Next page, crimes of violence, relationship of defendant to victim unknown, and then it's checked that the victim and defendant reside together. How was the situation brought to the attention of the police? And it's marked third party. There are previous incidents involving these same parties. Explain. It's not checked. Is defendant currently the subject of an order of protection, any other court order, injunction against harassment? Explain. Nothing is checked. Domestic violence issues. Nothing is checked. Circumstances of the arrest. Did the defendant attempt to avoid arrest, resist arrest, self-surrender? Explain. Nothing is checked. Defendant was armed when arrested. Not checked. Evidence of the offense was found in the defendant's possession. This is checked, okay? Evidence of the offense was found in the defendant's possession. Explain. Cell phone. There's something on Ivan's cell phone that is evidence of a child homicide. Let that sink in, y'all. Was the defendant under the influence of alcohol or drugs at the time of the offense? No. Nothing is marked under drug offenses. It asks if any money was seized. It says no. Additional information, military service. Has the defendant served in the military services of the United States? Yes. If yes, currently on active duty? No. Branch served in Marine Corps. Is the defendant homeless? No. Do you need the court to provide an interpreter to help communicate and to understand what is being said? No. And then it's just got who arrested him and the date at the bottom. And then the last page says the arrested person's name is Ivan Neal Adams III. Arrested at 6724 West Oregon Avenue in Glendale, Arizona, 85303 on the 12th of January 2023 at 1713. The affiant's name is Robert McKinney. It's got his serial number. Affiant identified the arrestee as the fugitive in the following ways, include any admissions or statements by the arrestee, and it says through identification and self-admission. Now, last night the internet was going crazy saying self-admission, he confessed. No, all he confessed to is being who he is. They said, are you Ivan Adams? And he said, yes, I'm Ivan Adams. That's what he self-admitted, through identification and self-admission. That's what that means. So, like I said, he has something on his damn cell phone that proves there was a homicide. And that just made my heart sink, because I know a lot of people have said, you know, I love that you're optimistic, but, and I do, I try to be optimistic. I always hope for the best, right? I mean, I was kind of raised, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. And you never want to think automatically that this 4-year-old is no longer with us. You know, I was just hoping and praying that she was somewhere out there, that she had found somewhere to stay warm or whatever. But it's not looking good at this point, right? Okay, so if she had been missing since the 6th, I've told y'all it is cold here today. I've got on a thick sweater and I'm wearing socks. And if you are a regular, like if you're a subscriber to my channel or a regular viewer, you know I hate to wear socks. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. I am wearing a heavy sweater and socks. It is freaking cold. It's winter in Oklahoma again, and we don't like it. But on the 6th, in Cyril, it was a high of 61 and a low of 52. Now, I told you all, it was in the 70s here for a while. We had crazy weather. It was in the 70s, and then it dropped like 25, 30 degrees. We had storms, you know, all kinds of crazy Oklahoma weather. So when they left, if she was left there in the house on the 6th, this would have been the weather. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because I'm thinking thermostat in the house, right? So we've got our heat on, and I'm still cold, but I'm kind of cold-natured. So when you consider the fact that we went from that kind of weather to below freezing at night, you know, 20s, 30s, 40s if you're lucky, I'm sure it was warmer in the house than it was outside. But I'm sure that it was getting chilly in the house. And I doubt that 5-year-old Atena could reach up to adjust the thermostat or even knew how to do that. So that bothers me. But at least if they were in the house, they're sheltered, right? And they've probably got blankets and what have you. But if this little girl somehow was outside when this weather changed, and we know she's out there somewhere now, and it's so cold, and we've had wind advisories, and the wind is crazy in Oklahoma, and it just makes it colder. It's scary to think about. And people were out, you know, looking in their ditches and their culverts, and they searched all of Cyril. It's not a big town, but they searched the whole town. And they continue to ask people to search their properties and their outbuildings and anywhere that this little girl could hide. And it's just a scary thought. I mean, you don't leave a 4 and a 5-year-old home alone for any significant amount of time. You don't. You know, you leave them in the house while you maybe like run out to the mailbox or something, but you don't leave them for who knows how long. You just don't. And I don't know if there was food accessible to them and they ate it and then came the pancake syrup. I don't know. But when they get to the point that they're living on pancake syrup, it's gone on too long, right? And apparently little Athena was keeping track of time. She was counting how many times they went to sleep and woke up and nobody was there. Now, I have an 18-year-old daughter that doesn't even like to stay home alone necessarily. And we've got security cameras, we've got guns, we've got 12 freaking dogs, and she doesn't like to be here by herself. Can you imagine nighttime for those two little girls? Can you imagine waiting for somebody to come and they don't come? And then you go to sleep again and you hope when you wake up somebody's there and they're still not. Nobody's coming. And all we can eat is pancake syrup. So if they had been told to stay in that house and not leave, for whatever reason, on the 10th, which is likely 4 days after they had been left alone, Athena got up nerve enough to go outside and get somebody's attention and tell them she's scared, she's hungry, and she can't find her sister. So that 5-year-old girl is a tiny hero. I hate to think what would have happened had she not been brave enough to leave the house. I don't even want to think about it. But she did, and she's now in protective custody. Neither side of the family is allowed to see them. And she's our only witness, really. Now, I'm sure that they're going to talk to the other 4 kids that went to Arizona who are older to find out when was the last time that you saw Athena. You know, what were the circumstances around y'all leaving and leaving them behind? You know, I'm sure all of these things are being done, and I'm sure that they're trying to use whatever information they can get from Athena, the 5-year-old, but there's only so much a 5-year-old can tell you, right? But she can say if she went to sleep 3 times with Athena there, and then the 4th time Athena wasn't, or, you know, something like that. She can maybe give some idea of when she says she can't find her sister, what happened? Was she there? Did she go outside too? Did she wander off? Or did Ivan come and take her somewhere and left you behind? You know, these are questions that hopefully she will be able to answer in a way that will help the authorities. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot to process. I feel horrible for the 5-year-old as well, obviously, as Athena. But you think about the other 4 that were taken to Arizona. Okay, both their parents are in jail now. And something happened with these 2 little girls who, from what I can tell, they've been there at least a year. So, you know, they've kind of been growing up together. But if you look at social media, I don't know that they were being raised like siblings. I can find a few pictures of their 4 kids, but I can't find any pictures that they posted of the 2 girls, really. The mom, she considers herself a public figure, a beauty influencer, and makes all these, let's just say, she's a thirsty girl, if you know what I mean. She makes these TikToks, and I think out of all of her TikTok page, there was one that showed a child, one of her daughters, one. And I'm going to show you. I've got two. I had to take the music out of one because every single one of them has music in it. And she's just kind of mouthing along and dancing or acting how she's acting. And then there's one where there's no music and she's talking and she's plugging this collagen product. But you can see the level of maybe immaturity. You have to remember, she has 4 kids of her own and took on 2 more to be responsible for. And I don't know, y'all. Let's take a look at those real quick just to give you an idea of Alicia. So the first one I'm going to show you is the one that I took the music out of because I didn't want to get struck for it. There she is, the beauty influencer, the public figure, the beauty influencer. And then here's one where she's talking about making iced coffee, which I bet she's not getting iced coffee now that she's in jail, but let you listen to that.
Okay, so I'm going to be making some coffee. I do not have our chicory, so I'm just going to use the Great Value iced coffee that I do in the fridge. And I'm going to, of course, use our collagen at the bottom of the cup. Add my ice. Of course it's stuck. My coffee, I do half full, and then I put some coffee in a regular cup. Then you get your scoop of collagen. Pour it in your cup. So usually I have a frother, I can't find it. Frother's better than a spoon, I think. But. So I give this a stir. Pour that in my cup. I add just a little bit more caramel. I add just a little bit more caramel. Oops.
So yeah, I doubt she's being able to make that in jail. Now, it hasn't listed any type of bond or anything for her on her charges. I believe his was $1 million, but don't quote me on that. I don't think when he gets back to Oklahoma, he will be getting out anytime soon. Yeah, the eyebrows look like they were drawn on with like a magic marker. But she's a beauty influencer, y'all. I mean, don't you want to run out and follow her to find out how to be beautiful? I mean, come on. She's got all the tips and tricks. She knows how to be beautiful. And she wants to influence you to be beautiful as well. Yes, Ramblin' Rome spray painted makeup. So let me play you some news clips from here in Oklahoma, and that will kind of catch you up on what I want to talk about next. So here's the first one.
And this is new details surrounding the search for a missing toddler out of Caddo County.
So many of us thinking about this story right now. The OSBI has arrested a second person in connection to 4-year-old Athena Brownfield's disappearance in Cyril.
And new here at 4 o'clock within the last hour, Jim Gardner and Bob Mill, Sky News 9, flying over Rush Springs in Grady County, where investigators from multiple agencies were searching this area on foot, also had drones out there.
Property records show it was once home to the caregivers who have been arrested. OSBI confirms the search is in connection with this case. Let's go now to News 9's Angelicia Bruton in Cyril, where this is all starting, for an update on these arrests. Angelicia.
Carl and Bobby, unfortunately, the search for Athena Brownfield still continues. But there is an update in the case. There was a second arrest made. Ivan Adams was arrested yesterday in Phoenix, Arizona. Maricopa Sheriff's Department tells me he was booked in around 5 yesterday afternoon. He is facing 1 count of suspicion of being a fugitive from justice. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation says he is behind bars at the Maricopa County Jail and is awaiting extradition to Oklahoma. We told you yesterday Adams' wife, Alicia, was arrested and behind bars in the Caddo County Jail on 2 complaints of child neglect for Athena and her sister. Court documents show the couple have been married for 9 years. OSBI says they were caring for Athena and her sister in Cyril. Cyril Police Chief Garrett Rainey says Athena's disappearance has shaken his small community.
This has been probably one of the craziest instances we've had here in a while. It's certainly brought a lot of chaos to the community. It's something we weren't expecting.
Chief Rainey and OSBI says there are several agencies working to find Athena, and they are thankful for their help. Coming up at 5, I'll have more from the police chief about their partnership with OSBI to find Athena. Live in Cyril, Angelicia Bruton, Oklahoma's Own, News 9.
All right, so just to give you an idea, they're searching where they used to live in Rush Springs, and this is a map showing that it's 28 minutes from Cyril to Rush Springs. And I mean, honestly, she could be anywhere between the two. Or was there something on his phone that indicated to them that they should go search their former property in Rush Springs, is what I want to know, because they only started searching in Rush Springs after his arrest. Prior to that, the search was concentrated in Cyril, and they didn't put out an Amber Alert, but they did push out a missing and endangered alert in a 15-mile radius from where she went missing, which obviously would not include Rush Springs. So that makes me wonder if there was something on his phone, the evidence that they say they found on his phone of the child homicide, that led them to start searching the Rush Springs property. And I've seen a lot of you saying it, and I thought it too. If he had harmed her accidentally or on purpose before leaving on this trip to Phoenix, it's a 14-hour drive from Cyril to Phoenix. And that's a lot of area to cover. You can see he went through the panhandle of Texas, he went through New Mexico, and then on into Arizona. So if something had happened to little Athena prior to him leaving, he easily could have taken her anywhere along that route, which is scary to think about. So they did tow the SUV, the white Suburban, from their home. I'm still not really clear on that. They've never really explained why. I'm assuming that's not his vehicle, or he would have drove that to Arizona. And you would think that she would have had her vehicle with her and her little side boyfriend. So I don't know whose Suburban it was, but they did tow a Suburban from the house. And then I've got one more news clip from here in Oklahoma from last night.
A second suspect in the disappearance of 4-year-old Athena Brownfield goes before a judge in Arizona on a murder complaint.
He is in jail there right now, and investigators are still searching for little Athena. Our News 9's Felice Romero joins us live right now in Cyril with details on his arrest and also the growing investigation. Felice?
Her 2 caretakers have been arrested. Court filings out of Maricopa County, Arizona say one of them, Ivan Adams, was arrested on a pending murder charge. It's a case garnering national attention.
It's horrifically shocking. Like I said, this is one of those nice little rural towns. Not a whole lot happens.
4-year-old Athena Brownfield was reported missing Tuesday. Law enforcement agencies and residents flocking to the small town of Cyril, searching for the little girl, last seen in a pink butterfly sweater and pink pants.
Probably one of the craziest instances we've had here in a while. It's certainly brought a lot of chaos to the community.
Her older sister found wandering near their home.
A postal carrier found the 5-year-old, and that's when police were notified.
Both of their caretakers now behind bars. Alicia Adams arrested on 2 complaints of child neglect. Court records show her husband, Ivan Adams, was arrested in Arizona on an outstanding felony warrant for murder in the 1st degree out of Oklahoma and child neglect.
Trash service in town was suspended. That was in an effort to search for additional clues as to Athena's whereabouts. Right now, I want everyone to understand we're still looking for her.
Ivan was arraigned on Friday and is waiting extradition to Oklahoma. A court filing says evidence was found on a cell phone in his possession. In the meantime, agents have conducted a search at the Adams' former residence in Rush Springs. We were over the scene as investigators used drones Friday as they continue to look for Athena. Now, Ivan is a former Marine. We are not sure when he will be back here. Reporting live in Cyril, Felice Romero, Oklahoma's own News 9.
Yes, I do want to mention, that police chief has only been chief for a month. He said that, on one of the news channels, but they were very quick to call in the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. And like I told you yesterday, they've been using the canines from the Oklahoma Department of Corrections and the drones from the Oklahoma Department of Dangerous Drugs and Narcotics and things like that. So they've been using like absolutely every resource that is available to them. And they've been using their emergency response team, who, when initially they were searching in Cyril, they were taking out volunteer search parties. They would have like an emergency response team member go out, because they're trained. They would go out with a volunteer search group. That has not been happening now. They're not sending out search parties anymore, but you can search on your own if you choose to. It's just not like an organized search party anymore. But yeah, as far as who has the kids in Arizona, I don't know if they let those kids stay. He was going to visit Alicia's dad, so their grandpa. And I don't know if they are still with him or if they have been taken into protective custody as Atena was. I'm not sure. They haven't really said much about what the situation is with those 4 kids. If they're going to be bringing them back to Oklahoma, I mean, none of that has been released. They won't even release where the bio parents are. They're not telling us a whole lot about anything. They're pressers. I wouldn't even call them pressers, but when the OSBI would come out and talk, their public information officer would talk for maybe 5 minutes. I mean, it was very quick. It was like, we arrested her and this is where she's at, and they'd throw some questions at her, and it was basically like, oh, we'll answer that when we get there, or no comment at this time kind of thing. Like I said, they last about 5 minutes. Hopefully now that they're both in custody, and like I said, they've expanded their search area to include Rush Springs, and we've seen the documents about the evidence on the cell phone and things like that. I'm hoping that they'll come out with an update maybe today and let us know a little more about where we're at in the investigation. Because the other day they said, this is now a criminal investigation when they scaled back on the search parties. So I'm hoping to hear something more today, just where we're at with all of this. Like I said, I know that they've probably talked with Athena several times and are starting to put together a picture between what she said, maybe what the other four have said, and then whatever is on his cell phone, which I can't wait to find out what is on that cell phone. Surely to God it's not pictures or anything like that. I don't know if maybe he sent a text to Alicia like, you pissed me off and I did this kind of thing, like, if you hadn't left me, this wouldn't have happened kind of thing. I don't know, but there's something on that cell phone that has led them to file child homicide charges, and that's big. If it was just cell phone pings, I don't know that would necessarily lead them, to make the leap of child homicide. So there's something on there that makes them think that she's not just missing, that this was actually a homicide, and that's scary. So I guess even saying like that they're still searching for her, they are, but I feel like this is more of a recovery type search now, and it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. I cover these stories from all over the place, right? But Cyril is about maybe 2 hours from me. So it hits really close to home. And it's just, it's so disappointing. It's very hard to cover stories involving children. Any of them. Quentin Simon, Summer Wells, Harmony Montgomery, any of them. It's hard, right? Even Kylie Rodney, to me, was a kid, right? And it's hard. But I love Oklahoma. I chose to move back here. It's my home. And I love the people. You can't beat the people. There's wonderful people here. And well, just to prove it, a lot of people were saying like, well, thank God the mail carrier didn't just ignore her and go on, because a lot of them would. Not here, especially not like in a little town like that. That's not going to happen. I would hope it wouldn't happen anywhere. If a 5-year-old comes up and says, they left me, I'm hungry, I've been eating pancake syrup, I would hope that any mail carrier would help. But I know this happens everywhere. I'm not saying Oklahoma's perfect, but it breaks my heart to see these things happening right here in basically my backyard. There's so many people out there that want kids, that can't have kids. Surely there was a decent family member somewhere in that family tree that would have happily taken these kids. If nothing else, drop them off at the police station or the firehouse or something, just, a hospital, somewhere where there's people, and say, I can't take these kids. I can't handle them. They have it where you can drop off babies, no questions asked. I'm sure if you dropped off a 4 and a 5-year-old, they would rather you do that than do this, what has happened here. Give them to somebody with authority that can handle it, that can get them somewhere safe. There's options. There's always options. This is not an option ever that anybody should take. You don't walk away and abandon a 4 and 5-year-old little girl with no resources, no way to contact anyone, no way to eat, no way to, protect themselves, stay warm. The door was unlocked. And I showed you yesterday, they live near a major intersection. There's a Dollar General. There's these Budget Inn and Huckleberry Inn, like motel situation, You don't leave kids like that there. You don't. Too many things could happen, and something did. There's always an option, a safe option. If you can't handle your children, there are options for you. There are people that this is their job. Okay? They take these kids in and they put them somewhere safe. This doesn't ever have to happen. When they halted the trash service there, I immediately thought of Quentin Simon. Leilani threw that little baby away like a piece of trash. We've got Madalena Kojikari. She's still missing. We don't know what happened there. Her parents didn't report her missing. They're not talking while they're in jail. Apparently, if you want to believe their story, he asked her, did you hide her? And she asked him, did you hide her? And they were like, have you seen her? One says no, ask the other, and they're like, no. And it's like, okay, well, we'll just go on about our life for 3 weeks until the school catches on. No. If you can't handle your kids, take them somewhere where they will be safe. And I feel like bio mom and bio dad, not that I'm defending them, but they must have felt that leaving these kids with Alicia and Ivan was a safer choice than leaving them in the care of the bio mom while she was dealing with whatever she was dealing with. So I feel like in some way they were trying to do the right thing, right? They were trying to put these girls somewhere that they would be safe, that they would be taken care of. And then they weren't. For whatever reason, something went sideways with this arrangement, and instead of these caregivers making the same choice as the bio parents to find somewhere safe to take these children, find someone else who could care for them, they just abandoned them completely. He's like, I left them with the grandparents. Well, why didn't you try to leave them with one of the grandparents? Even a friend, a neighbor, somebody, anybody. Be like, Alicia left me. She's off gallivanting in Oklahoma City with her new boy toy, and I'm going to Arizona with the kids on this trip that I had planned. Here, take care of them while I'm gone. Anything would have been better than this. Anything. And it's just heartbreaking. Just a mama, I think from what I'm hearing, I want to say at least a year that they've had these girls. At least a year. The grandma, I believe, bio dad's mom, said that she hasn't had any contact with them for 18 months. And she's the one, it was actually kind of funny. She shows up at one of the OSBI pressers and is like, I'm the grandma. And the OSBI PIO is kind of like, oh, you're the grandma, and just blows her off and continues to give her statement about what has happened, with the arrest and whatever. The grandma is kind of a hot mess. Let me see if I can find the article with the grandma really quick. But she says that she hasn't had any contact with the girls for 18 months and that they are not allowed to see them. Yeah, okay, here we go. Penny Brownfield. Bless you. What the hell? Sorry. Bless you. Husband's got the sneezes. Okay, Penny Brownfield, Athena's paternal grandmother, said the little girl's disappearance has been quite a blow. I've just got to be strong for my children, she said by phone Friday from her home in Lawton, Oklahoma. And Lawton is not that far from Cyril. How far would you say Lawton is from Cyril?
30 minutes.
Yeah, it's like a half hour. She says, it's affecting my children. It's really affecting my oldest son, which those are his babies, which means those are my babies too. She said she was desperate for any information about Athena's whereabouts. She's not just going to vanish, she said. Okay. She says, we're just digging for every clue, processing everything that we can to see if it can help us locate her. Let me see if I can find another one. Here's her picture. That's Grandma. The grandmother of missing 4-year-old Athena Brownfield has said she is sick to my stomach as police launch a desperate search for the child who was reported missing. Penny Brownfield, who identified herself as Athena's paternal grandmother, told local reporters that the family is trying to remain hopeful and positive. I feel heart-wrenching chest pains and sick to my stomach, Brownfield said. We just want her found and safe. Brownfield added that she and her son have not been in contact with Athena or her sister since the mother allegedly took off with them about a year and a half ago. Authorities confirmed that Athena's sister is now safe in DHS custody. The girl's parents are in contact with the OSBI, but the OSBI would not give additional details about their whereabouts or who was responsible for Athena when she went missing. So it sounds like probably a year and a half that they've been with these caregivers or non-caregivers, whatever you want to call them.
Assholes.
My husband said assholes. But like I said, she said that they haven't been allowed to see them, the grandma. But her and I guess her son have tried and they haven't been able to see them, which I'm not surprised. I mean, I doubt any of the family is going to be allowed to see them.
No.
So, yeah. Let's see. That's true, Blonde PT. The Biomon could have just kept them for the benefits. Absolutely. So, I feel like I said, I'm not defending the bio parents necessarily, but I feel like they tried to do the right thing by putting them with someone that they thought would take care of them and keep them safe until they were in a position that maybe they could take them back or whatever. Yeah, Blonde PT, like I said, I don't know for sure that he gave up his rights, but I have heard that in a few places that he gave up his rights. Yeah, just a mama. Even, even if the grandparents were cut off for whatever reason, you would think they would still be trying to make an effort to contact them. I don't know if they did, but all she said was they haven't seen them in 18 months since the mom took off with them. So I don't know what that situation is, but whatever's going on, none of it's good. None of it's good. Let me see if there's any new updates. I doubt it. It's noon here. Maybe. It says there is a large law enforcement presence near a reservoir lake in Grady County, which is where Rush Springs is. And this news crew is on scene and will bring us more information if they get it. Dear Lord. It's the same thing. Yeah, it looks like that's the only thing, so we'll wait and see. I'm sure that we'll be getting an update about that. You hate to hear anytime they're searching a body of water. Yeah, looks like that's the latest. So they're out there searching in Grady County. Here, I don't know if you can see the picture. I mean, if there's a large law enforcement presence, I would think it's got to be related to this case since they were searching in Rush Springs. I don't know how close that might be to Rush Springs. Let me see if I can find anything. Rush Springs. Any of you Okies know anything about where that might be? Let's see, let me try this. So, looks like there is a Roaring Creek Site 106 reservoir, Roaring Creek Site D2 reservoir, Roaring Creek Site 13 reservoir, all kind of in the area of Highway 19. Let me see. Let me try something here. Let me know. Can you guys still hear me? Let me know if you can still hear me. That's not it.
Stop it.
It's like it's more up towards Chickasha. Oh, I'm kind of just trying to find this reservoir. Looks like it might be up by Chickasha. You been by there?
Talking to me.
Yeah.
Chickasha Reservoir?
Sorry about that. Yeah, dance break. Sorry. No, it looks like it might be like near Chickasha. But God, I hope he didn't dump that baby in the water. Hang on, I'm gonna text my friend. I'm gonna text my friend who's a private investigator that has been kind of following this for me. See if he's heard anything. Sometimes he's got the hookup with the police, so we'll see if he knows anything. I don't want to leave y'all hanging not knowing anything. Oh, she's probably busy. It'd probably take him forever to text me back. Nope, nothing. Nothing new. So they posted this. It says it was updated an hour ago. So they've been searching for an hour. I mean, unless he took a boat out, like, into the water, I would think she would be fairly close to shore. It doesn't, I don't know. Hang on. Let me put this picture up. 1 second, please, so we can all kind of take a look at the area that they're in. Oh my God. Of course, nothing's gonna work for me right now. For some reason, my phone is not connecting to my computer. Living in the middle of nowhere, your internet sucks, just so you know. We got fiber optic, but it's still kind of crappy. It has its moments. Okay, I will just show you this, since my internet's being stupid. That's where they're looking. You can see that boat out there. Let's see, I got something. Authorities investigate bodies of water and search for missing Cyril girl. Well, they've been doing that. Nothing new there. All kinds of breaking news about Joe Biden. Let's see what these people have to say. Good Lord. You wouldn't believe how many news things I have on my phone. Not just for here, but like here and nationally. So apparently, according to this, the OSBI asked authorities to search bodies of water in Grady County. The Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation has requested the Oklahoma Highway Patrol to search bodies of water in Grady County, possibly as part of an effort to locate a missing 4-year-old girl. A large law enforcement presence was reported Saturday at a creek reservoir in Grady County. Nothing new, nothing new. Agents have conducted a search at Adams' former residence in Rush Springs, Oklahoma. That's it. So we're just gonna have to wait, I guess, for updates. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know when they'll update. May not be till later this afternoon. Yeah, everybody's just posting the same thing over and over. Nothing to get excited about yet, I guess. Let's see. Okay, let's see if I can All right, can you guys hear me? Just one up in.
I don't want to take a chance of hindering the police activity that's going on here. Obviously, it's very important, and you know, they don't need to
Where did it go?
have to use their resources to control traffic or anything like that.
Okay, I don't know what that is. Ooh, thank you.
Hindering the police activity that's going on here. Obviously, the search for Athena Brownfield, and those cars have all been driven by OSBI agents, so that's going to kind of be what I believe at this time is we're seeing OSBI agents and an OHP dive team out here searching this water. We haven't spoken with we haven't spoken with OSBI or OHP to get actual confirmation from them about what they're doing, what they're searching for, confirming that this is connected to the Athena Brownfield case. But what we have been told by several sources, along with neighbors who have driven by and stopped and talked to us this morning as we've been here for several hours, is that Ivan Adams, the caretaker, one of the caretakers of Athena and her sister, and the man who had an extradition hearing in Arizona where he waived his rights, and we expect him to be extradited back to Oklahoma to face a first-degree murder charge, does have a connection to this land. He, from what we've been told, at some point lived in this area. I'm not sure if Alicia lived with him at that time, but he reportedly has a connection to this area. So we're still working to confirm all those details from law enforcement authorities, but we have heard that from a number of people, and which obviously would make sense with this large police presence out here searching these waters. You can see
y'all hear the damn wind
next to that dock where law enforcement is standing. So, and that appears to be kind of a spillway type thing. So they are performing a very in-depth search in this area. Jenny, what you're seeing floating there is the heads of the dive team, and probably some possibly like some buoy markers.
Damn, I hear buoy markers and I think of AWP when they find a car.
Caitlin, you said you hope they don't find anything. You know, I understand what you're saying. Jasmine, is this regarding the missing 4-year-old? We haven't got that confirmed, but we believe so at this point. You can see there's several OHP vehicles on this side of the pond. This is where they all were. If y'all saw our social media post earlier, they were all kind of congregated over here earlier, and they've moved over. Most of them have moved over here to this side.
So it looks like on the weather it's 57 in Rush Springs, feels like 53.
Yes, we're a few miles away from Rush Springs where we're currently located.
And they've got 20 to 30 mile an hour wind gusts. Oh, that poor baby.
So, for right now, I'm going to end this live stream. We're going to be monitoring this situation. We're going to continue to try to reach out to the OSBI and OHP to get updates on the search, confirmation on what they're searching for, and just any information we can get from them at this point. And if we learn anything new, we will be sure to bring it to everyone. And right now, we're just kind of monitoring this search at this creek reservoir in Grady County. For now, live, I'm Jared Burke for 7 News.
All right, well, I will keep monitoring that. Like I said, I don't know if you heard, in Rush Springs, there in Grady County where they're at, it's 57 degrees, but it feels like 53, and they've got 20 to 30 miles an hour wind gusts. I don't know, just a mama. Hopefully it won't have anything to do with the visibility. I know they were, when the search initially started, they had, like infrared helicopters. They were using boats with side scan sonar, which is, I think, what Adventures with Purpose use. And, horses, ATVs, everything. So hopefully they can pick something up on maybe the sonar. I don't know. I would hope their visibility would be okay. But there's divers in the water, he said. You could see their heads. So I wouldn't think they would send the divers in if they didn't find something that looked suspicious, at least, to check out. But hopefully, maybe if they found something, it's not her. As much as I want her found, I don't want her found there. I'm going to put her picture up here again because we just need to focus on this precious baby. Is that Monica, my favorite mail lady? Thank you for subscribing. There she is. That's who they're looking for. This poor little baby girl. I mean, just look at, she's so precious. How could you do that? And they said that she's like really shy and quiet. I mean, I doubt she was like a problem child. Just a normal 4-year-old girl. I mean, I get it that 6 kids would be overwhelming, but you guys agreed to take on these extra 2 in addition to your 4. It's just all so heartbreaking, you guys. It's just so heartbreaking. Yeah, I can't imagine them putting divers in that water if they hadn't found something worth investigating. Man. That's just nothing that you ever want to hear. Nothing that you ever want to hear. Hopefully. I wonder if this guy's on Twitter. What's his name? Jared Burke. Let's see if we can find Jared Burke on Twitter, because he'll probably update there as well. Of course, there's a bunch of them. Jesus, babe. First he was sneezing, now he's burping. I hope you're all very entertained by my husband today. Well, he hasn't got anything on Twitter, so I guess I'll keep watching on Facebook for any updates. But so, ugh, I did not want that. I did not want that. None of us wanted that. Oh, Nerdy Addict's covering it on Twitter. Oh, there's going to be a vigil tonight, it sounds like. It says community to hold candlelight vigil for Athena Brownfield in Cyril. At 8 p.m. Saturday, the community plans to meet in front of City Hall. The community will hold a candlelight vigil for Athena Brownfield in Cyril. At 8 p.m. Saturday, the community plans to meet in front of City Hall. Over the past week, hundreds of volunteers have helped law enforcement in searching for the 4-year-old who was reported missing on Tuesday. An organizer said on Saturday night, the chief of the volunteer fire department will share a statement on behalf of the town. Well, that's nice. The community seems to care more about her than the family. Babe, they said if you toot, they're out.
It's coming.
He says it's coming. Oh, great. Then I'll just be like, I'm cutting the live stream. Nothing. I am the most impatient person in the freaking world. Like, I need to know everything and I need to know it now. I'm not good at waiting and stuff like this. I get very impatient. I don't want them to find anything, but I just need to know, you know? Ramblin' Rome says make it worth it.
Oh, I will.
Where's the babies?
One's on the chair. One is.
Can you bring me one?
No. One's right by you, isn't he?
Where?
The right side?
I got Pablo.
Oh, that is it? I thought that was Beans. Beans is up wandering around on the chair, so he's probably ready to get down.
We'll have some puppy time while we wait.
Bandit.
Some beans time.
Bandit has Santa Claus. Where are you going? Oh, hello. Come on.
Oh, I know, Megs. June 26th. That was like, holy crap. I wonder if he'll get a new attorney or if he's going to stick with the public defender. Oh, so sleepies. I feel like there's going to be some freaking attorney come along and be like, I can make my mark on the world by defending this guy and getting him out of these charges, and somebody's going to take over his case. Yep, little beans. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. Look at that belly. Oh, you're such a sweetheart. Such a sweet. Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes. Can you bring me Bandit? They want to see the size comparison. Yeah, my husband's
No,
going to
sir.
go get him.
Hey, don't even think about it. Come on. You coming, Charlotte?
Yeah, he has that at no cost, but, you know, you could have some hotshot attorney that wants to make a splash that could maybe volunteer their services just for clout. Hi, Magic. You been outside? Oh yeah, you're cold. Where's your brother at? Where's your brother at? Oh, goodness. The puppy breath. Hey, quit. You're hung.
Come here, butthole.
He's having trouble chasing Bandit down, apparently. He's little, but he's quick. There we go.
Got him?
Got him. All right. Let's see. I don't know how to wreck. Hold them where you can really see the size comparison. But this is Bandit. And this is Beans. You can lick your brother, but you're not going to fight while I'm holding on to you. They fight, they sound like cats or gremlins or something. It's funny when they're playing. What are you two doing? Let's turn so they can see you. Stop. I know, you like my hair. Bandit's very busy right now. What are you two doing? Okay. Okay. You want to go run around? Do you want to go run around? Do you want to go with your brother or do you want to stay up here? Do you want to go with your brother? Alright. Check again for anything new. The OSBI tweeted, "We appreciate the Phoenix media covering Athena's story. We continue to follow every lead that comes into our tip line. It is important to know that you can remain anonymous. 800-522-8017. So they tweeted that, but they haven't said anything about the search. Alright, let me see if I can pull this up. Y'all know my computer. Alright, well that didn't work like I wanted it to. Let's see if it's on Facebook too. Oh, wait. Got something. Oh, no, that's about something else. Sorry, I feel like I'm all over the place right now. Let's see. I think that's what we just watched. Let's see. Okay, so this says the OSBI has confirmed they are searching for Athena at this reservoir. I think this is the video that we already watched, but we can watch it again.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jared Burke here with 7 News. We are at a creek reservoir here in southern Grady County where there is a large presence of Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers and unmarked vehicles that are similar to the ones that we've seen all week in Cyril, driven by OSBI agents. We don't have anything confirmed yet about if there is a connection to the Athena Brownfield search in Cyril, but what we do know is,
In case you missed it, the OSBI has now confirmed that the search is in relation to Athena's disappearance.
Several OHP units, their dive team, they've got a boat on this water, and like I said, what appears to be OSBI units are out here at this scene, and they appear to be searching this water for something. The other thing that we've heard throughout today and last night from a number of people who are from this area. Okay, sorry about that, guys. We're having some connection issues. I gotta stay up here on this hill. I can't get down in the little bottom there. But as I was saying, Ivan Adams, who was one of the caretakers of Athena, who was arrested on Thursday night in Arizona and was had an extradition hearing where he waived his extradition fight back to Oklahoma, reportedly does have a connection to this land. We've had several neighbors in the area stop by and talk to us this morning, and we've received several messages from sources who say that Ivan Adams does have a connection to this area, even might have lived just within a mile or two of where we're currently standing. So that is kind of what we got right now. We're still working to get confirmation on exactly what they're looking for, exactly, obviously we want to get that official confirmation that this search is connected to the Athena Brownfield case. We've reached out to the OSBI, we have reached out to the OHP, see if we can get any of that confirmation from anyone, and as of yet we haven't heard back from anyone. I am going to kind of look through comments and just see if there's any questions that I can answer. Those are asking where this is located. We're in southern Grady County, a few miles north of Rush Springs. Is that an ME truck? That does not appear to be an ME truck that it normally shows up on scenes. That appears to be possibly part of the dive team, but from here I'm not 100% sure what that truck is. Again, I'm just kind of looking through. I'll do another little recap here in a minute for new people who have just joined us. We're in southern Grady County. I don't want to necessarily give an exact location because I don't want to take a chance of hindering the police activity that's going on here. Obviously, it's very important, and they don't need to have to use their resources to control traffic or anything like that. Alright, so I'll just do another quick recap for any new people. If you've been here for a while, then you're going to hear me say kind of the same thing, but you can look at the pictures. So like I said, we're in southern Grady County at a little creek reservoir, and we're seeing a large police presence, which is made up mainly of OHP SUVs, what appears to be the OHP dive team. I've seen a boat going across the water, again, probably belonging to the Oklahoma Highway Patrol. And then there's several unmarked vehicles, which are the same kind that I've seen all week in Cyril, as I've covered the search for Athena Brownfield. And those cars have all been driven by OSBI agents, so that's going to kind of be what I believe at this time is we're seeing OSBI agents and an OHP dive team out here searching this water. We haven't spoken with we haven't spoken with OSBI or OHP to get actual confirmation from them about what they're doing, what they're searching for, confirming that this is connected to the Athena Brownfield case. But what we have been told by several sources, along with neighbors who have driven by and stopped and talked to us this morning as we've been here for several hours, is that Ivan Adams, the caretaker, one of the caretakers of Athena and her sister, and the man who had an extradition hearing in Arizona where he waived his rights, and we expect him to be extradited back to Oklahoma to face a first-degree murder charge, does have a connection to this land. He, from what we've been told, at some point lived in this area. I'm not sure if Alicia lived with him at that time, but he reportedly has a connection to this area. So we're still working to confirm all those details from law enforcement authorities, but we have heard that from a number of people, and which obviously would make sense with this large police presence out here searching these waters. You can see divers in the water next to that dock where law enforcement is standing. So and that appears to be kind of a spillway type thing. So they are performing a very in-depth search in this area. Jenny, what you're seeing floating there is the heads of the dive team, and probably some buoy possibly like some buoy markers. Caitlin, you said you hope they don't find anything.
Alright, so like I said, up here it says the OSBI has confirmed they are searching for Athena at this reservoir. So we will continue to keep an eye on that. Yeah, just a mama, I wouldn't think that they would put somebody in unless they had a reason to. Oh, wait, hang on. Might be something new. Might be something new. Where is this coming from? Like, I got something on my phone and it's not showing up on here. I don't know why.
Are you talking to me?
No. I mean, yes, sort of, I guess, but I'm just talking. When I went to Facebook on my phone, I got something, but I'm not getting it here. Like, it literally says 3 minutes ago on my phone. I don't know who's growling, but quit. Here it is. Alright, let's see what this is, you guys.
Hello, I'm Marilyn Cater. We are interrupting our regular programming to bring you a possible update on the search for 4-year-old Athena Brownfield, who was reported missing earlier this week in Cyril. We told you yesterday one of her caretakers had been served with a warrant for first-degree murder, and today we're seeing heavy law enforcement presence at a creek reservoir in Grady County. We're going now to Jared Burke, who is live at the scene. Jared, you were at the same spot searching last night. What are you seeing now?
Hi Marilyn, so we're out here in southern Grady County at this creek reservoir, and what we're seeing behind us is a large police presence at this little pond. I'm going to step out of the way and let our photographer zoom in a little bit and show you what's going on. Last night, like you said, we were driving around, me and our chief photographer Justin Stevens were driving around this area, and we're unable to find this search area, which we had been kind of tipped off to, that there was a law enforcement presence. But this morning when we came back and checked, this is what we found. What you're seeing is several Oklahoma Highway Patrol vehicles, several unmarked Dodge Charger vehicles, which are very similar to what we have been seeing all week in Cyril, driven by OSBI agents. And they've got a boat out here on the water. Appears that they've got the OHP dive team out here. They've been searching this little pond or lake, however you want to describe it, for several hours. They've moved over to a little spillway area over there on the left-hand side of your screen. Now, to this point, nothing has been confirmed with law enforcement as far as the connection to the Athena Brownfield disappearance. Like you said, one of her caretakers, Ivan Adams, was arraigned yesterday in an Arizona courtroom, and he is, according to court documents, facing a child homicide charge here in Oklahoma, and he will likely be extradited in the next 30 days back to the state. We have spoke to several people who have driven by this area, who have sent us messages via Facebook and other forums, and all of them say that Ivan Adams has a connection to this property where law enforcement is currently searching this waterway. So again, we've reached out to the OSBI, we've reached out to OHP. We're still working to get that official confirmation about the connection to this search and the Athena Brownfield case. We're going to continue searching. We're hopefully going to get some answers. As soon as we do, we'll bring them to you. For now, in Grady County, I'm Jared Burke.
Thank you, Jared. For those just tuning in, we just saw a live look at a creek reservoir in Grady County where we saw OSBI and the Oklahoma Highway Patrol doing some kind of search. We do know that both agencies have been working together to find Athena Brownfield. 7 News reached out to both OSBI and OHP for information. You can count on your 7 News team to bring you the latest on this search as we learn more. Make sure to check out KSWO.com for any updates. We now return to our regular programming.
Oh, man. Let me look that up. Okay, so it says the Oklahoma statute that covers first-degree murder in the state of Oklahoma is Title 21 O.S. Section 701.7. Oklahoma statutes provide that there are 4 ways to commit homicide in our state. The 3 most common types of first-degree murder charges that are filed in Oklahoma are malice aforethought murder, felony murder, and child abuse murder. Malice aforethought murder is what most people think of when they think of first-degree murder. Title 21 OS Section 701.7 defines this type of murder as a person commits murder in the first degree when that person unlawfully and with malice aforethought causes the death of another human being. Malice is the deliberate intention unlawfully to take away the life of a human being, which is manifested by external circumstances capable of proof. In some states, this is referred to as premeditated murder. Oklahoma uses malice aforethought instead of premeditated murder. Malice aforethought is defined as deliberate intention to take away the life of a human being. As used in these instructions, malice aforethought does not mean hatred, spite, or ill will. The deliberate intent to take a human life must be formed before the act and must exist at the time a homicidal act is committed. No particular length of time is required for formation of this deliberate intent. The intent may have been formed instantly before the commission of the act. So to convict someone of malice aforethought murder in Oklahoma, the prosecution must prove the following. No person may be convicted of murder in the first degree unless the state has proved beyond a reasonable doubt which element of the crime, or each element of the crime, These elements are: first, the death of a human; second, the death was unlawful; third, the death was caused by the defendant; fourth, the death was caused with malice aforethought. Felony murder. All first-degree murders are felonies, but when the term felony murder is used, it means that the death resulted from the commission of an enumerated felony. For example, if a defendant robbed a liquor store and a death resulted from that robbery, the law says that the death is a first-degree murder. Well, I don't think that's going to apply on this one, so let's skip that. Child abuse murder. This one, we don't know, but maybe this one could apply. Under Oklahoma law, the death of a child that results from child abuse is first-degree murder. Child abuse murder is defined by Title 21 OS Section 701.7 as a person commits murder in the first degree when the death of a child results from the willful or malicious injuring, torturing, maiming, or using of unreasonable force by said person, or who shall willfully cause, procure, or permit any of said acts to be done upon the child pursuant to section 843.5 of this title. It is sufficient for the crime of murder in the first degree that the person either willfully tortured or used unreasonable force upon the child or maliciously injured or maimed the child. Child abuse murder charges are most commonly seen with shaken baby cases. These are very difficult cases, and in my opinion, the most difficult type of criminal case to handle other than death penalty cases. Punishment for first-degree murder in Oklahoma. Oklahoma has some of the harshest punishments for first-degree murder in the country. In Oklahoma, the minimum for first-degree murder is life. A life sentence in Oklahoma means the defendant must serve 38 calendar years before being eligible for parole. Murder also carries the possibility of a sentence of life without parole, which means defendant never gets out of prison, and in some circumstance, the punishment of first-degree murder is death. So, I hope that answered your question, just a mama. That yes, premeditation, or it may fall under the child abuse murder, depending on how it happened, how it came about. I'm anxious to see if they upgrade or add any additional charges for Alicia besides child neglect. Maybe since she wasn't there when it happened, she only gets child neglect. I don't know, but I feel like she needs something more than just that. Okay. Just checking for you guys to see if there's anything new. Okay, let me see what this article says. Sorry, my voice is going, guys. Okay, this was just a few minutes ago. The search for 4-year-old Athena Brownfield, a missing Cyril girl, continues as police officials confirm they are now moving the search towards bodies of water. Right now, police officials are conducting a pond search in southern Grady County near bodies of water. OHP Trooper Foster says, "We have been searching bodies of water since day one at the request of OSBI. Any place they request assistance, we have been going. Today is nothing different from every day of the investigation." Okay. Let's see. That's about it. I'm going to mention again, can you turn that down a little bit? I'm going to mention again that at 8 p.m. tonight in Cyril, the community is going to meet in front of City Hall for a candlelight vigil for Athena. And the chief of the volunteer fire department will share a statement on behalf of the town. So that's at 8 p.m. tonight in front of the Cyril City Hall. I'll read you this article. This is about Alicia's, they're calling her the TikTok obsessed caregiver, enjoying a weekend with her new boyfriend after the little girl vanished. Ugh. Hold on, let me show you that. That's the two little girls together. And this is our beauty influencer and her new boo. No, Ramblin' Rome, they haven't, but they did confirm that that is what they're doing out there. Okay. On January 7th and 8th, Alicia Adams was enjoying the weekend with her boyfriend. The pair went out for meals and watched a movie at a theater in Oklahoma City. How nice. Let's see. Oh, look at the happy couple. Aren't they precious? Ugh. She's doing that while Athena is, you know, God knows where, and Athena's at home eating pancake syrup. Over the weekend of January 7th and 8th, Alicia, who had guardianship of the sisters with her estranged husband, Ivan, enjoyed a trip to the movies and a meal over an hour away in Oklahoma City with her new boyfriend, Bladen Davis. Bladen has not been charged. He did not immediately respond to interview inquiries. Let's see. Social media obsessed Alicia calls herself a beauty influencer. She regularly uploads videos to TikTok, but the kids are never shown. Good grief. Can y'all hear the gremlins in the background? Alicia regularly shares videos of herself rapping on TikTok, singing along to the N-word, and making joke clips about her life as a busy mother. She has 4 children of her own who regularly feature on her Instagram account, but Athena and Atena are never shown. It remains unclear how the girls ended up in her care. Her paternal grandmother, Pammy, I'm pretty sure it's Penny Brownfield, is now in Cyril, Oklahoma, joining the search, but the girls' biological parents are yet to be named. She's just super special, isn't she? Ugh. Let's see here. We can take a look at the beauty influencer again, one of her TikToks that I took the music out of. She really thinks she's all that in a bag of chips.
Okay, so I'm going to be making some coffee. I do not have our chicory, so I'm just going to use the Great Value iced coffee that I do in the fridge. And I'm going to, of course, use our collagen. At the bottom in the cup. Add my ice. Of course it's stuck. My coffee. I do half full.
If you're just coming in, this is the caregiver, Alicia Adams.
Regular cup. Then you get yours.
Self-proclaimed public figure and beauty influencer.
So usually I have a salt.
Ooh.
Froth is better than skim milk. So I give this a stir.
It's the eyebrows that kill me.
4. That in my cup.
It looks like one of those real fat magic markers. Okay, enough of that. Let's see, Ramblin' Rome says her mugshot looks more like her, so let's throw that up here. This is her mugshot. Honestly, it doesn't even look like the same person. And like, what's wrong with her eyebrows there? I would rather see those eyebrows than those black magic marker eyebrows. But that's just me. I don't know. And then this is Ivan. I guess you say Ivan. Everybody's saying Ivan. It's I-V-O-N. Steph, you have to send me a picture. If you hit her up for makeup advice and you follow it, I want to see a picture. Because I know you'll be gorgeous. You're always gorgeous. But with her help, oh, you will be fire. I want to see you with those brows. I think we should all hit her up. I could use some beauty advice. Next time I come on, I'm gonna have those brows, you guys. I'm gonna look hot. Just checking. Trying to keep up with my Oklahoma news updates. Sounds like quite a few of the stations are headed out there. But see why this needs to be liked and shared? Literally, there hasn't been an update on Twitter. Like, if I go, let's see, if I type in BK's name, or Idaho murders, I guarantee you it's probably still just constantly going. Yeah, literally 9 seconds ago, 1 minute ago. And I get it, it's a big case. Obviously, I'm covering it too, but then you type in Athena Brownfield. Go to latest. Okay, 5 minutes ago. So the nothing burger is still a hot topic. This little girl, not so much. So if you could like this and please share it on your social media with hashtag Athena Brownfield, so people that are actually interested in learning about this case can find it easily. I would really appreciate that. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do that too. I would appreciate that as well. Likes and subscriptions are completely free ways to help me and my channel. I got my heating pad in my chair again until I get my nice chair that I showed you guys the other day, so I could turn it back on because it went off. Yeah, she had all of it, right? She had the contour, she had that like shiny like highlighter, whatever. Her nose was like all shiny, and the eyebrows, like she was rocking it all. Yeah, look, I'm refreshing Twitter, nothing. 7 minutes ago. 7 minutes ago. I don't know why these little kids don't get the same attention. It makes me crazy. Just a mama, right? I need to ask my daughter. Hang on. Colleen? Yeah. Come here. I want your opinion. She probably doesn't have makeup on right now, but she loves makeup. Just so you know. I'm going to show you a video of a beauty influencer. Okay. A self-proclaimed beauty influencer who also happens to be the caregiver of the girl that's missing. And I'd like to know your opinion about her makeup.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to be making some coffee. I do not have our chicory, so I'm just going to use the Great Value iced coffee that I do in the fridge. And
is she going to be doing it in the video? Or? Is she going to be doing it in the video? Or?
No, she's got it on already.
Oh.
And look at her brows.
Blocky ass brows. Sorry.
Of course it's stuck.
Here.
It don't look blended right either. Her eyebrows are blocky and her face ain't blended right. Okay, girl. No. No.
I hope you guys could hear that. She's like, okay, girl. No. She's a beauty influencer, Colleen. She will help.
I should say I'm a beauty influencer too. Ooh.
She will help you be gorgeous.
No, she won't. I do makeup better than she does, and I don't even do.
Get you a black Sharpie and do your eyebrows.
I used to do my eyebrows like that because that's how it used to be, but
you never had them that thick.
I never had them that thick. No, I know how to actually blend them.
I was gonna say your eyebrow. If you ever had your eyebrows like that, I would have made fun of you. And
I know how to fix my eyebrows now, and I know how to blend out foundation.
Stephanie says she loves you.
I love her too. I know how to blend out like foundation and stuff correctly too. Her foundation, like you could see
she was so shiny.
You could see the difference between like her concealer and her foundation on her face. It wasn't blended right, and
she's
she was
so
like,
shiny.
Maybe she wanted to have that natural glowy look.
That is not a natural glow. Look at this.
That's what people call it. Like I want it to be natural, but it's way too like. Glowy.
It looks like it's so white. It looks like she's wearing like a.
I'm telling you, she ain't
eye
blended,
mask.
She ain't blended right. She ain't blended right, and her eyebrows about blocky as Roblox.
Roblox?
My little blocky characters.
Of course it's stuck.
No, that video when she's in the I don't know who she was trying to impress with that one.
She looks thirsty in the dress video.
I just don't know who she was trying to impress with that one.
Well, she got her a new boyfriend on the side. It might have been for him. You know, she ditched the husband for a romantic weekend with her new boyfriend.
I mean, and like, why does she get all orange in this video? First she was white as heck, and now she's orange. I didn't notice that. Why is she orange?
Steph's like, her nose is a shade darker.
Her whole face is a shade darker. I didn't even notice that. What? No. Why does she stand like that?
Because she's thirsty. She's being sexy.
I get secondhand embarrassment from that.
Colleen says she gets secondhand embarrassment from that.
You ever see me ever post anything like that on social media? You better kick me to the curb. Is that it?
You want to? Okay. You want me? Do you want to see her husband or her boyfriend?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared to see both of them.
Hold up.
I'm holding it.
They had a romantic weekend in Oklahoma City.
Oh, wow.
Going to the movies and dinner.
Wow.
I know.
Who? Her boyfriend or her husband?
Alicia and her boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
So this is boyfriend, Bladen.
He got a big head.
He's got a big head, she said. And then there's her again.
She's so orange.
She is very orange.
Very orange.
Oh, and here's a text that she sent. Best night with the man of my dreams. Heart, heart, kissy face.
I don't even text Brennan like that. You can land an airplane on his forehead.
You could land an airplane on his forehead, Colleen said. There's her mugshot. I think she looks better in that than she does in damn videos.
Yeah, but ugh.
Well, yeah.
Bring back her very badly blended makeup, please.
Well, hell. And that's the husband.
He ain't that good looking either.
Well, she left him for Bladen.
She got a bad taste in men.
And there he is before he shaved his beard, I guess.
He looks better with a beard, in my opinion.
There she is in one of her TikTok videos.
That's one of my favorite filters. I'm never using that again. Nuh-uh. The eyebrow.
The eyebrows, I know.
Yeah.
We're all dying over the eyebrows.
Those eyebrows are not right, girl.
All right, she has seen them all. Yes, romance capital of the world, Oklahoma City. I mean, everybody knows that, right?
Yeah. Common knowledge, America.
Go over the Scissortail Bridge.
Oh, so romantic.
Go down to Bricktown.
It's exactly what my first date.
No, she will not have that makeup or her iced coffee for a while, I don't think.
She drank iced coffee.
That's what she's making in the video with the eyebrows. She didn't have her normal chicory coffee, so she had to use like some...
Oh, no.
Here, I'll let you listen to her problems.
Okay, I'll listen to her problems. Why not?
Okay, so I'm going to be making some coffee. I do not have our chicory, so I'm just going to use the Great Value iced coffee that I do.
Had to use the damn Great Value coffee.
And I'm going to, of course, use our collagen.
Shit, that's my favorite fucking coffee.
And you got to add the collagen. That's what makes you beautiful.
I don't think it's doing much for her.
Of course it's stuck. My coffee, I do half full, and then I put some coffee in a regular cup. Then you get your scoop of collagen. Pour it in your cup. So usually I
And
have
she
a
can't
frother.
find her frother, so she's got to use a spoon.
Oh my god.
Frother's better than a spoon, I think. So I give this a stir.
The struggle is real for this girl.
It really is.
I'll bet the struggle is more real in jail.
Oh, I bet.
That in my cup. I add just a little bit more caramel. I add just a little bit more caramel. Oops.
Poor her. Poor her.
You think she'll find a girlfriend in prison?
Probably not.
They might like her in jail. They might think she's very pretty. She'd be somebody's girlfriend.
I mean, to each their own, I guess.
Steph says she also looks like she sucked hard on a grape Tootsie Pop with those lips.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I don't think that color matches her very well, but
No. Looks like she's got blood flow problems or
yeah,
something.
there's a lot going on with her face that I can't.
Oh my lord, let me check for updates again.
Good grief, you got a little
God, when we get sidetracked on this channel, we get sidetracked. Ooh, Jennifer Coffendoffer posted about this 5 minutes ago. Says it's the same report that I've been playing for you of the police presence at the reservoir. She posted that and says concerning ... If you don't know, my friend Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies, she's got a major issue with Jennifer Coffendoffer. She called her one time about a story, and Jennifer Coffendoffer told her that she'd call her right back. She was at Whataburger. If y'all don't know what Whataburger is, it's a really good burger place that we have here in Oklahoma, and she never called Brooks back. So anytime Brooks is covering a story and they say something about retired FBI agent, she's always like, don't let it be Jennifer Coffendoffer. And so I make memes and send them to her like, Jennifer Coffendoffer says, good morning, Brooks, and things like that. And I said that we needed to go to Whataburger and see if she was still there. And this was like in the spring or summer of last year. So Jennifer Coffendoffer could still be at Whataburger because she has not called Brooks back. So just a little inside information on Jennifer Coffendoffer. Oh my lord. Check the book of faces here. Nothing. It's just faster for me to check on my phone. If I find anything, I will put it up for y'all. Let's do a search. Okay, so this person posted, Steph, you'll enjoy this. I went down the rabbit hole, thought I would share the things I found interesting enough to screenshot. Alicia allegedly met the new boyfriend on New Year's. A week later, they're in love and Athena is missing. Ivan, who apparently had a close relationship with Jasmine, Athena's bio mom. Ooh, that's interesting. So bio mom and caregiver's husband have a close relationship. Well, they're both from Michigan, where she still lives and just got married. Ivan ran off to Alicia's dad's house in Arizona. Grandparents say they haven't seen the kids, but Shelley Miller seems really happy Alicia's in love after a dang week. I may have got some of it wrong, but dear Lord, Wes is bio dad to Athena and was also a Marine like Ivan. Ivan has had quite the women after him, as you see in old comments on the post. Ew, he's got all these women after him? Ugh, come on, ladies. I don't know if he ever had anything going with Jasmine, who was bio mom to Athena. Alicia seems to be related as a cousin. She has changed her appearance drastically this past year and seems obsessed with herself and social media. Makeup, clothes, hair, but the kids are always dirty and sad. There's so much to this. Okay, let's see here. So there's a post from August 28th from Wes Brownfield, the bio dad. And it says, I got 99 problems, but a penny ain't one. And then Jasmine commented, bio mom commented, the best part is that with all the drama this started, it wasn't even about your mother, and her name is Penny. It was about needing 26 cents and only having a quarter. This is priceless. Okay. Okay, so this says bio mom is Jasmine Adina K. Brownfield Tucker. Has other last names. Married October 2022 to Devontae Tucker. Bio dad is Wesley Brownfield. Bio dad's mom is Grandma Penny Brownfield. Caregiver's mom is Shelly Miller. Caregiver's new boyfriend is Bladen Davis. Lord have mercy. Oh, in 2018, the bio dad's profile picture is him with one of the girls. And Adam Gray says, good son-in-law, best grandbaby, great son-in-law. Adam Gray is the dad that that Ivan took the kids to see in Arizona, from what I understand. So, I guess Adam Gray is married to Mandy Gray. And her daughter is Jasmine. There's a Rosie that says mother, cousins. Jasmine posted this November of 2018. Wes posted this in 2019. It's Wes, bio dad. Says he went to Lawton High School and he's from Miami, Oklahoma.
Wow. Two opposite ends of the fucking state.
And then here, this is a post between Bladen and Alicia. Bladen says, just want to tell you how much this weekend meant to me. Best heart, best weekend I've ever had. Just one of the many we will have. Life's a rocky road, but we're still going to get through this and build something we never thought possible. Kissy face. We got this, baby girl. Thank you for all you've done for me. Winky face. And she says, you're the best. Can't wait to build the best life with you. And her mom put the heart eye emojis and some other emoji. That was about their weekend in Oklahoma City. So he's talking about what a great weekend they had. They're going to build this great life together, even though life's a rocky road. Meanwhile, Athena and Atena were left alone. What the hell? On Jasmine's pictures, people are getting her in the comments now. It says, "You are not cute." What's crazy is she deleted her Facebook because clearly she knew shit was about to go down. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think child neglect will be the only charge she's booked with. Somebody comments, "Newsflash, you're white and walking on the threshold of darkness. Ate up skank. I hope Athena's smile haunts you in your sleep. You're worthless." And then somebody else commented, "You should have paid attention to your kids." Somebody commented, "Weirdo. I'm glad I followed my gut and never hung out with you or brought my kids to your house. You're a disgrace. You should be charged with MURDER 1, just like he got charged. You were supposed to protect that child." And somebody else said, "You're a terrible mother. What have you done with Athena?" A family member responded to my comment on Reddit and said, "Alicia strangled Athena on December 26th. Oh, man. Hope you got that attitude in with the big girls. Hashtag justice for Athena Brownfield. Poor baby girl is probably scared for her life." And then they've got her TikTok, which is at keeping up with ALY0. Keeping up with Allie 0. If you want to partake in that. And this is somebody talking about her meeting whatever his name is. What the hell was his name? I already forgot it. The boyfriend, Bladen. They literally met last week. That she came down, took him to lunch, and then they met up on Friday night. He got played, and this is not him. Bladen Davis has nothing to do with this. Okay. Good Lord. It says, Shelley, the grandmother, is the one coming up with all the lies and arguing her daughter's case on Facebook rather than worrying about getting the word out to find her granddaughter. It seems like everyone involved is lying and hiding something, which makes the whole situation seem fishy. As far as I know, the bio parents have no involvement and haven't even seen the kids in months. But the caregivers and their family members are acting like they're hiding something. Everyone involved in delaying the investigation should be charged. Oh, wow, she has changed her look. When the hell is this? 2013. That's her in 2013. So February 2nd of 2012, Ivan Adams said he was going to Oklahoma. He was in Oklahoma, heading to Arizona tomorrow. Didn't know if he was going back to Michigan. Much needed weekend away from the girlfriend, and her family is awesome. Love going there. Great times. Okay. English, do you speak it? All right. Lordy, lordy. Nothing new there. Oh, don't want to go to TikTok. Do not want to go to TikTok. Don't want to see her. And still nothing. No updates. Alright, guys. I guess... God, we've been on here for almost 3 hours. This is the longest live I've ever done. I guess I'm going to get off of here for now, and I will keep monitoring the news, and if there's an update, I will definitely let you know, but I need to get my voice back a little bit and look into a few other things and see if I can find out anything about this. Like I said, give it a thumbs up, please. Share it. Subscribe if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all being here for such a long live. And I will come back as soon as I know anything. Hopefully there'll be an update later today. Maybe for the evening news. I don't know. But I will definitely keep my eye on it for you guys. So thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.